Welcome, everyone, to another tale of the rupture. I'm your host, Jason. Join me as we step into a world 300 years into the future, 300 years after a, two separate catastrophes occurred. It was during a time of great global conflict. It began without sound. Rupture tore open the sky like silk, and when the people saw it, they looked both initially in wonderment, but their wonder turned to horror as the light grew deep. Various different distortional anomalies spread across Eastern Europe. The continents were shattered like glass, oceans boiled. The world leaders, in their fear, blamed one another for the impossible, believing that they were witnessing the deployment of a new weapon of mass destruction. They unleashed their nuclear arsenal against one another, destroying the world as we know it. 300 years later, and the rupture's influence remains. But within the distortional anomalies that came from the rupture came the discovery of strange, wondrous items known as artifacts. These artifacts could serve as anything from basic trinkets, or some could even have the power to bend time, shift gravity, and even defy death. With the discovery of the artifacts, the world evolved. Various factions formed. The Vatican, a theocracy made from the remains of the old Roman Catholic Church. The Coalition of Free Traders, a group of merchants who have sought to create a market run by free enterprise, based in the remains of old Poland and headquartered out of the ruins of the city of Krakow. With this came also the rise of hostile mutants, desperate men, raiders, and many other groups of settlers. What will you do to survive in this strange and wondrous world? Let us find out as we tell another tale of the rupture. Before we continue, I just want to take this opportunity to thank our viewers, our listeners, for joining us on today's episode, and to remind you to please support us in any ways that you can. We appreciate it. Those who wish to vote for their favorite characters may do so in the comments sections. Whichever character gets the most votes in the comments will receive what we refer to as a point of cosmic intervention. Cosmic intervention is one free reroll of a 120 sided die, which could mean the difference between a very horrible encounter for a player character or in saving them. Your participation and your support is appreciated. And now we will pick up on where we left off. On the previous episode, Tales of the Rupture, Rise of the Pilgrims, the party was met by the mercenary band led by a man named Burnham. Burnham and his men are the remnants of a group of Western mercenaries that during the time of the Great War they came to Eastern Europe to repair all of the infrastructure that the Eastern Axis forces destroyed, as people in Europe kept getting drafted to fight Eastern Axis powers. They relied heavily on foreign entities to come and repair everything that was destroyed. When the rupture occurred and the bombs fell, the men that were brought over to Poland to repair that infrastructure were left abandoned. and they became nomadic. Over the years, they became both soldiers as well as engineers who understood how to repair pre war tech. Burnham is a ruthless, cold, calculating type who happens to have somewhat of a cruelty streak, as his men brought hundreds of people from the slums of Krakow, the sickly, the mutated, and people that just otherwise were no use to society back in the Krakow, to basically become human shields for their up and coming assault against the Pilgrims. Burnham operated by this cold logic that the Pilgrims would use firing columns, similar to that during the American Revolution and Civil War, to whittle away at opponents, laying down concentrated areas of fire through a series of firing columns with bolt action rifles. He believed that by taking these meat shields and forcing them to waste their ammunition, that they would be able to counterattack them and have better success against them in the field. This goes to show that Burnham is both ruthless, cold, but he also underestimates the sheer power and length that the Pilgrims have with them. So the party has come across Burnham and his men, and a lot of his men, let's just say, have very particular tastes, which the last episode ended at one of the men making a remark that was very disconcerting about Willow toward the end, something that Migo would not be happy to hear. This orchestrates the dark cruelty of post-rupture world here in Tales of the Rupture, that things happen, bad things happen, and it is up to the players to decide how they want to confront them. But there is no simple solution to the matter. What will the party do next? Let's see in the next tale of the Rupture. Willow was tending to them, and while Willow was tending to them, Migo overheard a very disconcerting words indicating that they have a very high opinion of how Willow looks. Several moments pass as Willow is finished tending to the men, and it's eventually Burnham that interjects. Well, looks like that we're headed to the same place. Out to the west. You say that there's a gas station that we can set up at. I think that'd be a great place. My question is, he looks to you, Willow. What do you intend to do about them? He points to the 200 civilians that they brought in tow.
Well, they're free now, are they not? They may do as they wish. It is what God intended, would they not believe so?
Well, I'm sure God has his own plans. After all, he works in mysterious ways, apparently. Well, I guess you have a point. They're not our problem, so, boys! He motions for the men to let them go. You will notice that several of his men are groaning and somewhat disappointed about, the civilians as they scramble around. Many of them are whispering amongst themselves, and there's a certain level of uncertainty about them. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and get my men ready to go, and we're going to start heading out west. Maybe we'll catch up to you guys on the way there. Sound like a plan?
Hey, you know what? I thought I'd give you guys some vitamins for along the way.
Well, that's very generous of you, but I think we'll wait until we camp out further to the west. Because after
Oh,
all, as much as
this can be taken at any time. It doesn't matter. It's it's more to make sure that your colds don't get any worse, that your men don't get sick.
he looks around to his men, and I'm gonna make a roll for this.
Scared I'm gonna try to kill them.
Ah, I'm never scared. I just roll with the punches, and come whatever may. Okay, Barnum will look at you. I'll decide on what my men take and what they don't. But I tell you what we will do. You want to give it to me, and whenever we get into a good spot, men will take it. In the meanwhile, we're packing up and heading on out. I'll see you guys. His men begin to mobilize and they start heading west towards the gas station.
Willow will hand him just like a little sack, and it's looks like round balls that are formed. If you smell them, it literally just smells like flowers. More or less, it's just vitamin D.
Very well. Now, these guys will eventually move on up the road. Do any of you guys follow with them, or do you guys wait for them to pass?
Yes, actually, DM.
Okay.
That
Yes,
man
Migo.
that man that opened his mouth. Made that unsavory comment towards Willow. Yeah, he's mine.
Tell me what you do.
So during Willow's conversation with the leader, I am going to turn and I am going to take my big ol' hand and I'm going to cram it down this man's throat.
Cool.
And I'm talking like into the jaw. And I am gripping downwards and I am ripping everything from tongue to scrotum.
I will ask this question only once. Are you sure
100%.
we're doing this? I need a strength roll from you. And
22.
I will, because, okay, I'm going to make a contested roll. And I will give him a debuff because these guys are not expecting. You catch this guy completely off guard, and it immediately sends all 43 of these men pulling up their guns at your direction. You have killed one out of 43. There are now
Let
42 of them left.
let me make something very fucking clear. I will not tolerate any sort of lecherous behavior around the saint. Next one of you that decides to spill your fucking sinful vomit anywhere in her general vicinity will meet a far worse fate than this filthy worm here.
Burnham will approach you. His men have all their guns leveled at you. He looks down at his men, and he doesn't seem to express very much emotion. You put me in a pretty difficult spot, brother. You know, I ought to have you killed for what you did to my man. But you know what? You could be of use to us. So I'm gonna let you off the hook. But the next time you kill another one of my men again, you will die. And I hope you better pray your God's on your side.
I'm going to loom over him. Then you keep your men in line.
I mean, to be fair, he did kind of deserve it.
We're going to do a face down roll, and you don't get any mods for this because there are a lot of his men and they're only one of you, but you are a member of the Order of St. Ignatius, so we're going to call this a 1d20, both of you. If face down roll, and yeah, beat that.
Hold on a minute. Just one flat d20?
Yes, one flat d20.
Kind reminder, just say what numbers you're getting.
17.
Burnham will take a step back, look over to his other men. You will see a smirk on his face. Ben, no more awkward remarks about our guests. Is that understood? You will hear whispers and hushes about his men, and boss, this is bullshit. He killed one of us. We ought to drop him. Burnham immediately gazes over to him, and for the first time since you've seen this guy, you see a glare that could cut through metal. And he says nothing, and his man instinctively steps back. And he looks back to you, Migo, and smiles. You got off on the wrong foot. See, these guys, they run their mouths, and they don't always do it with my permission. But seeing as you asked so nicely for me to keep my men in line, I'll do that. That ought to balance the books out. Now we're going out west, and you can come along. Warning stands, but no sense in dwelling on the unpleasantries, right? Ben, moving out. You attempt to follow them as they make their way out west. Or do you guys follow behind them?
If they are heading the same direction as Migo, and Migo is just happens to be going in that same direction, I don't give two flying fucks about any of these guys.
Meanwhile, the civilians will approach Willow, Clems, Sin. What do we do now? We can't get back into the city. And it's too dangerous for us to stay out here on our own. We're thankful for getting us out of that mess, but those men were creepy. We have nowhere to go. What should we do now?
Find a homestead. Offer the strength of your back for food and shelter. Earn your keep.
You may have luck going to Boris. He always seems to need men and women.
You were referring to Boris Spivic, the leader of the Trade Master and leader of the Homesteaders Association. For context, correct. Boris Spivic, another member of the Trade Committee and one of the rulers of the Coalition of Free Traders. He owns the largest homestead outside of the city of Krakow, and he also chairs an organization known as the Homesteaders Association. He controls a very large ranch just north of where you guys are now. Well, he deals mostly in cows. They also have connections to other homesteads that provide the food resources that city of Krakow needs. They're a very hard. He has a very large family and about 110 hands to tend to his massive estate. He is also known for being very surly and very stern in his, but also very shrewd in his dealings with others. But he is ultimately fair and honest to deal with. We will. How do we know? Do you know how to get there? We've never been outside the city before. I don't know if the rest of us will make it.
The Spivic Ranch, is it north of Krakow or is it northwest of Krakow?
It is north. It is directly north.
Can Sin make a roll to get an idea of where they're at and hopefully point these people to the right direction?
Yeah, sure. I'll make it easy to. I'll call it a. Because you live in the area, I'll give you an extra modifier to this. So we'll call it a +4, 1d20 +4, difficulty of 10.
I got a 10.
Right on the money. You know that going up the main highway that leads to Krakow, where you were on, will take you there, but there is one problem. You have to go through the remains of the Polish town of Kels, which is all you know, with just a 10. Is there anything else that you guys want to do, or do you just give these civilians their directions and send them on their way?
Are you trying to encourage us to escort them, Jason?
I'm not insisting you guys do anything. I just give you options and you guys make the decision on how to handle it. Not like anything terrible is going to happen if you leave them to go on your own. Well, maybe, probably, more than likely. But anyway.
Jason, that sounds like entrapment.
Well, that's too bad.
Sin is going to step forward. Well, if you go that way, she's going to point towards the direction of Kels. You have to go that way. You're going to find a town called Kels. Past that point, you should be able to find it. I can't quite remember exactly where to get there, but it should be close by.
Anything's better than just waiting here for raiders and mutants to get us. We'll go. I can't thank you enough for helping us. We have nothing to give. Those men took everything we have. All right.
Just get there safe. That's all you gotta do.
I will make a note of this. The civilians will gather what they can, and they will attempt to make their way up to the Spivic Homestead.
Before they get too far, Sin will call out to them. Do be careful. Stay to the open roads. Do not go into the forest.
We will. We will. Civilians will begin moving up the road north. Willow. Migo is already leaving with Burnham's men. Warlock will approach, and so will Niklas and Vaclav. And Warlock will approach you, Clems. Oh,
Yeah, what you want, boy?
we're heading back to Krakow. If you insist on sticking around with Burnham, just remember what I said about him. He's dangerous, but he could be useful in the fight against the Pilgrims. I'm going back to the city to get compensated for my last job and to get my compensation for these rifles. Rifles, Vaclav perks up. You mean our rifles? After all, we did help in. Warlock glares at him, and Niklas kind of just pinches the bridge of his nose, shakes his head. We negotiate only for a small piece. Oh, fine, fine. I'll see you guys if you're ever in Krakow. Find us in the brewery district and we'll have a drink sometimes.
No,
Well,
just meeting you once is enough for me, son. Thanks for the offer. I'm going to have to politely and impolitely decline.
even an old man like yourself needs to cut loose every now and then. Well, enough. We have stuff to do. Yes, I know. No one's any fun. And he starts like moping like a kid who was told he can't go play outside. And they start pulling the handcart, and the warlock stands by and he reaches up with his hood and pulls it down as a gesture of goodwill. Good luck to you. And Clem, my offer stands. If you want to learn more about your daughter, speak with my old man. I'll send him to the brewery district to meet you. He won't refuse a chance to meet an old friend and drink.
With him, I will drink. Yes, sirree. I just gotta finish my mission with the big boy. And then I will meet your father.
Warlock nods and he begins making his road south down the main road with Niklas and Vaclav back to the city of Krakow. Now you guys have to catch up with Migo.
Hold on there, big boy. I'm old and I got bad knees. Come on, no.
Is there any other interactions that you guys make before heading to the gas station? Duly noted. All right. Go ahead.
I was just about to say, I'm like, Willow is absolutely riling Dog up.
Dog is game. Dog loves a good riling and immediately starts bouncing around buffet.
She
You're
is
a
like,
dignified animal. What are you doing?
she's just gonna like giggle softly, and then, you know how you would just like walk down the road and you just kind of like give your dog like a slight like little push, just like a little nudge, and the dog kind of like stumbles over and he goes, "Game on." Yeah, she's doing that to Dog the entire time. Giving him like a little bit of a chase and then coming back just to play with the dog a little bit more.
He is probably bouncing around, grabbing sticks and twigs and rocks, and not knowing what to do with them because Clems is not super inclined to play. And just losing his little doggy mind.
She is gonna try to get like Sin to join in on the fun with Dog. It's been a while since we played with Pup, haven't you?
It's been a while since we actually had some fun. Might as well.
As you were playing with Dog is enjoying it. He's behaving as a dog. After all, he is the doggiest dog of dogs. Anyone
it's the
who is
doggiest dog
suffering...
that ever dogged. Get it right.
Indeed. As you guys are playing with Dog, anyone who has a mental trauma will be reduced by 1 point as you connect with a furry companion. Meanwhile, we cut over to Tharian. Tharian, you wrap up your business with the Grove. Is there anything that you do before catching up with the others?
Last session I did say that I'd like to take some food with me, and I have a list. of food items that I'd like to run by you, and you feel free to say no to any of them. I was thinking some potatoes, carrots, onions, cabbage, apples, and oranges.
Oranges, no. The
Okay.
climate in the
Yeah,
area
you're right.
does
You're right.
not
You're right.
cater to
Okay.
oranges. Apples is
Yeah.
doable. Everything else is doable. The weather in post-apocalyptic Poland mostly remains similar with a few changes in the temperature. Occasionally, there's a very bad winter storm that comes through, but for cold vegetables and fruits that could survive in the cold, you should be able to. Anything else that you do before you catch up with the others?
No, I've already got the wolf pack on guard, so yeah, I'm good to go.
All right then. I will need one roll from you to determine how much progress you make, since you're traveling alone and not with a large group. I will give you a +4 to this roll to see how quickly you catch up to them. Roll me 1d20 plus
1d20 plus 4 on it, Paul. Plus 4. I got a 5. I get the bad rolls all the time.
4. Interesting.
Break your leg in like 15 places.
It takes you 5 years to get to the.
No, not that long. As you are trying to catch up with the others, you suddenly realize that the path that you usually take to get to the main road doesn't seem to do that this time. You come to the horrible realization you are lost, or should I say, temporarily misguided. What do you do?
Can I look around and see if there's like any people and maybe some animals around?
People, no. Animals, sure. 1d20 plus 4.
This can't go bad, right?
Don't jinx it.
I got a 23 on that.
You do happen to see there is a herd of deer, and among them, across from the herd of does, is a very large buck. He looks at you like very skittishly, very nervous. What do you do?
I'm going to very slowly and carefully, while not breaking his gaze, set my stuff down and very slowly and cautiously take a single step forwards with my hands up to show that I mean no harm. I'm going to try to converse with the deer.
I won't make you roll for this because you rolled so high. He does speak to you. What are you doing? Leave me alone. I'm trying to find a mate. You're not going to hunt me, are you? This isn't one of the human tricks, is it?
Dear friend, I am a friend of the green. You and your kind are safe from me. I seem to be lost. Perhaps you could aid me. Is there a town nearby?
There's a big place further north. A bunch of the two-legged creatures up there with more of the dumb cows. Those, though, who you looking for?
It sounds like a good start. I thank you, and I wish you good luck during your mating season. And with that, I'm going to slowly take a step back, pick up all my stuff again, and then go north, like you said.
This is fun development. You will encounter on the way going north a large group of civilians that are also headed in the same direction. They are a very large group, 200 of them.
I am.
Are you trying to hide from them?
You said they're civilians. Do I see like any weapons or anything? Like maybe they're not civilians, maybe they're pretending.
None whatsoever. In fact, upon closer inspection, you realize that they are very poorly equipped for life outside in the wastelands. Most of them barely have the clothes on their have little more than the clothes on their backs. A lot of them are very heavily mutated. Some of them are even very, very sick and may not survive the journey.
I'm going to do and try to help the sick as best I can.
As you approach them, the group immediately winces and, oh, stay back, we have nothing to offer. We're poor and pitiful folk. We're just trying to head north. Please, leave us alone.
I intend to travel north as well. I have heard that there is a settlement of some kind there, with an abundant herd of cattle. I see that you have sick. I would like to offer my services during our travel.
Yes, we're headed up to Spivic Homestead. Sure, could use the help. I don't have much to eat, but I think we can get past the ruins of Kels. We can make it. Go ahead and tell me how you decide to inspect the sick and what kind of treatments you're prepping, and I will determine whether you get any modifiers in the difficulty.
It depends on like how sick they are. There's not much I can do because I don't have any medicinal herbs on me. The best I can do is try to reduce fevers. Maybe if there's any injured, I can try to cover up any wounds, just so that way they're not open and bleeding and get infected.
Okay. 1d20 plus 2, difficulty of 15.
That was a 7.
They're coughing a lot, and there are about 12 of them that are trying to keep their mouths covered but are coughing a lot. As you approach them, you don't really think twice about it. Devil's bargain. Devil's bargain. You can save 1d12 of the sick, but you will contract whatever they have. Option 2, you can save 1d4 of them, but the sickness will spread to other civilians. Choose to fail, you are unable to treat any of them. Make your choice.
Yeah, I'm doing the 1d12. Tharian would definitely want to try and save as many of them as possible.
I have made a note. Roll me
So
1d12.
1d12 is? Yep.
1d12.
I got 9 of them. 3 of them died. That's not bad.
They don't die
Well,
yet.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you did save 9 of them. One of them, however, does happen to accidentally cough while you're in close proximity. And the others will begin making their way up north. Thank you, stranger. I don't know how we can repay you. What is your name, sir?
I'm Tharian.
Thank you. Maybe we have a chance of reaching Spivic Homestead.
I only wish that I could do more.
You will spend the remainder of your day until the party arrives to the south of the ruins of Kels. Now then, we cut back over to the rest of the group as they make their way to Vaticor's gas station. Everything here appears to be as it should.
Clems will send dog forward just to sniff out for some danger. Lady asleep. She's got to work now.
Okay, let's make this interesting. Roll me 1d20 plus 2.
Oh, Papa gave me a modifier. One d20 plus 47.
Easy does it now.
That's a 3.
Dog happens to bring something back. A
What you got
rubber
there, buddy?
ball. He brings a rubber ball back. And he drops it at your feet as if he wants you to try to pick it up and toss it.
We're in public, dog. I'll look one time. And he'll lean down and pick it up and give it a little toss.
He will try to bite it back and wrestle you with the ball, like dogs do.
Hey, what's this shenanigans? You know what? Now it's my ball. Stick it in its pocket.
He whimpers. Meanwhile,
Right? It's what you get for being churlish.
Burnham and his men will bivouac just outside the gas station. As his men begin to form the usual pattern. His men are very well versed in traveling around the wastelands, as they keep a clear berth from you guys. Do any of you attempt to eavesdrop on them, or do any of you attempt to engage with Burnham and his men at the gas station? What do you guys do?
Willow's an idiot. Absolutely.
Clems is 100% making it very obvious that he's watching them.
Willow doesn't know what
Okay.
happened. She just saw Migo pull out this guy's inside and was like, what the? Why?
I hollered that man out like a pumpkin.
All right. Everyone that wants to attempt to eavesdrop on them, they are suspicious of your group, as you did kill one of their men. So, whatever
I'm not trying to
perception
eavesdrop, I'm
modifiers
trying
you
to get
guys
some
have,
food.
please let me finish. Whatever perception modifiers that you guys would have, I am nullifying them. It'll be a straight 1d20. This will be a degree of success. Hear something interesting will require 15 or higher.
6.
Noted. Anyone else?
7.
17.
Okay. Okay. Men are whispering and they look at you sidewise. They don't even look at Willow anytime she passes, because they're genuinely very afraid that but Migo, you do catch something interesting. In fact, you catch a conversation that Burnham has with one of his more trusted associates as they're setting up their camp outside of the gas station. He's speaking with a man named Hursty. What the fuck was that all about, boss? Let the guy kill one of our own. We should have just dropped him right there. I mean, we not only did we lose the bait, but we lost one of our own men. This isn't going exactly as planned. How do you expect to explain this with the men? Brother, you have a lot to learn about running things. You see, there's a reason I'm in charge and the rest of you guys aren't. It's because I look at the big picture. Yeah, he killed one of our guys, and we could have dropped him, but he wasn't going to go down without a fight. Not to mention, the warlock was with them. Think of it like this. We're trading quantity over quality. Those 200 gonks that we got from the city, that we digged up out of the slums, they'd probably die really quickly if we threw them in front of the Pilgrims. Those guys. Let's say we shot those guys up. What would happen? That big guy would probably kill a few more of you guys, and we would have to kill him, and then we'd be in a weaker spot than what we are now. And Warlock, we could have probably killed him too, but I know that guy from reputation and from personal experience. He would go down easily either. Believe it or not, I value your lives more than you think. And they were kind of out of line when they were making insinuations to that woman. I mean, if somebody was making fun of women under our protection like that, I'd probably do just as bad, if not worse. Still, boss, I don't like to see you backing down. You're making a mistake. We ought to show those guys that we're running things all in good time. But for now, we have a common enemy, and we don't need to be making other enemies. Those Pilgrims are snooping around the place, and we need all the help we can get. And besides, let them do their thing. And when they're in a bad spot, and they prove to be a problem, well, solution to that too. I want to make one thing clear, and you better tell the rest of the men. No more lewd comments, no jests, no stepping up to those guys. If they do, they'll answer to me. You understand? Yes, boss, as you wish. But still, I don't like the idea we lost the bait. What are we supposed to do? Charge in front of the Pilgrims line? We'll figure something out. We always do. Now, in the meantime, get everybody camped up and situated. I'm gonna go have a chat with our little friends here. You got it, boss.
Entirely
Burnham?
above table comment, but yeah, fucking know your place, worm.
I'm gonna make a roll for Burnham. I'm gonna give him a bonus because reasons.
Because he's burnt.
Interesting. You, without even looking at you, Barnum will. You got pretty sharp ears for a big guy and all that armor you have on. I guess it's fair to say that we don't have to like each other, but we have an understanding. As he turns and looks to you, Migo.
As long as your goal involves assisting with killing the Pilgrims, then we need not any further indirections.
No need to be so tense, brother. We're going to be working together on this one, so we might as well get acquainted. I am curious, though. Isn't it like a tenet that the faithful don't murder each other? Aren't the Pilgrims considered among the faithful? I'm confused. Well, then what does that make them, if they're not among the faithful?
They are heretics walking a false flag.
Man, that is so cute. They call everybody that doesn't agree with you guys as heretics, and you call them heretics. Not that I'm one to split hairs about things or care much about philosophy or idealism. I prefer to look at things more practically, you know. But what can you tell me about them, seeing as you know more about these cats than I know?
They rely on those same weapons that your men rely upon. a paltry sign of weakness, in my opinion.
Well, you consider getting into close range and risking getting stabbed? Means of strength, then?
If you are not willing to face your opponent and look them directly in the eyes when their life drains from their skull, then you are not strong.
You got off on the wrong foot. I think you and I are a little more alike than you care to admit, brother. You see, I look at it like this. Both of us don't mind killing. The both of us don't mind violence. I fight for my people. I fight for my men. You fight and kill for whatever it is that you fight for. We do what's necessary to survive, and we do what's necessary to carve out our own place in this terrible world. So maybe that's what we should start looking at it together like that. Now that there are a lot of pilgrims, and there's only me and 42 of my men left. What do you guys propose to do about it? Or do you just want to charge in front of them and take the brunt of the battle? Because if that's the case, we'd be more than willing to throw the mat out for you.
My plan is the same as it is for every mission that I attend on. Systematic destruction.
Well, okay. We won't get in your way then. Me and my men are gonna camp out here, and we're gonna spend the rest of the night beating and getting a few drinks. Tomorrow morning, we will figure on what we want to do moving forward. Please, if you do decide to go face the Pilgrims head on, be my guest. I'll speak highly of you when it's your time. And that's the truth, brother. Burnham will immediately go back to his men. Everyone else, what do you guys do?
Willow is probably making dinner and handing it to everyone, including Burnham's men.
There are a lot of Burnham's men. There are 43 of them. Or, I'm sorry, 42. I keep forgetting you guys dropped one of them. How do you plan to make dinner for all of his men?
I am assuming that I would make some form of stew. And if it's stew, then you would be able to water it down fairly well to stretch it.
That's quite a lot of stretching. Tell you what, I'll give you a chance. Describe to me how you try to make this stew, and I will decide on what modifiers and the difficulty for this check.
I am going to assume that there is, in this particular hideout, that there would be food left over from our whole interaction. So I'm assuming that he's got something that's there in the dry food section, more rations probably there. I would probably end up putting a few of those rations within the stock and adding a few of the non-toxic mushrooms from the lab as well that says food only sign right above it.
Okay. Savadicor does have stockpiled food here that he usually saves for the winters when it's hard to gather food. He has 21 units worth of dried rations. It is possible to stretch this to feed all of Burnham's men, and I will reduce the difficulty for if you decide to burn all 21 units of Savaticor's food. It is going to be very unfortunate.
You think I'm that dumb? I am
Well,
gonna also go over to Burnham, and then, because I know he needs food to feed his men, I'm gonna go over to the leader. Hey, Burnham.
Oh, hey. What can I do for you?
I would assume that your men are hungry, and most of the time that all of us know, being on the road, typically warm meals aren't typically a thing. Do you guys need stew? Do you guys want stew?
Oh, having a hot meal, naturally I have no objection. There's just one eensy teensy little problem. Your boyfriend killed one of my men, and they're not very trustful of you guys right now. You see, they think that you want to kill us, and I already told them that they need to banish any unsavory thoughts about non-collaboration with you guys, at least until you run us afoul. But you cook for us. One of my men helps you cooking, and I give you my word of honor. He will not make any sudden movements around you. Just to verify that, everything's up to snuff. Can't have you putting something in the stew that could hurt them. I mean, even if you have good intentions and one of my men gets sick eating what you cook, there's no guarantee they're not going to think that it was something you did to it, even if you had all good intentions in the world. So, one of my men will assist you with cooking their meals. Other than that, I'd be more than happy to have a hot meal for a change.
I would actually love the help, if you wouldn't mind. Would one of your men be able to hunt in the local area?
Motions for one of his lieutenants, a man named Hurst, who has a very large, scraggly beard, and he is fairly stocky for his size. This is Hurst, one of my more trusted guys. He can hunt pretty well.
She's gonna go real quiet. Hi.
Hurst doesn't say anything. In fact, he kind of has the scowl on his face. He doesn't. It's very clear he doesn't trust you, seeing as one of his men killed by one of the members of your party recently. Oh, come on, Hurst. Don't be a poor sport.
She's just gonna put out her hand to shake his hand.
He does not fake. One of my men is dead because of your boyfriend. I have no interest in collaborating beyond anything the boss tells me. Boss, you give the order and I'll follow it, but don't ask me to trust them. Oh, Hurst, we talked about this, brother. Well, you told me my orders, but don't tell me what to think. Take your orders about work, but not what to think, boss. Oh, well. Burnham just shrugs, and he says, you want to go hunting, you could take him.
I would love that if you wouldn't mind. And he's not my boyfriend. He is someone of the church. Lust is against.
Yeah. Didn't really seem like that, but we'll take your word for it. Now then, I'm gonna go get the rest of my boys set up. Whenever a meal's ready, just let us know. Burnham will immediately go back to the rest of his men, and Hurst will just stand there stoically and without even looking you in the eye or saying anything. He has a bolt-action rifle that he keeps with him. Meanwhile, Sin, Clems, what are you guys doing?
Clems is kind of just like, I don't want to say he's like with her, like beside her, but he's been developing a habit of being just kind of around Sin. Not paying her any mind, just existing around her.
Duly noted. Is there any interactions between the two of you that you make?
Sin, you got anything to say to the old man that's been staring at you a lot?
Why have you been following me so much?
I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am.
Well, for example, I walked in here, sat down on the couch, and you just decided to sit next to me.
Young lady, do you see how fucking old I am?
Well, also doesn't help that you've been staring daggers at me the entire time as well.
Oh, I wouldn't say daggers. You just look familiar. So. Or like you should be familiar.
Well, I can promise you, I've remembered a lot of faces, and one of them is not yours.
Well, to be honest, you look like what my daughter grown would have looked like. It's kind of why I've been.
Meanwhile, Willow, you walk inside of the gas station with the others. Is there any interactions that you wish to make with Clems, Sin, or Migo inside the gas station?
Clem!
Did you say Sin
Clem?
or Clem? Yeah,
Clem!
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You said that you were a hunter, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am. I do provide for myself. Yes.
Would you be so nice as to be able to take our friend and see if whether or not you guys could find a deer or something in the area?
I don't
I'm trying
know.
to make.
Is he going to bitch at me about the consequences of his own buddy's actions?
Play nice, Clem. Please, I'm just trying to make some dinner. I'm hungry.
All right. I don't know why you're trying to cook for these assholes. But, is the guy with her?
No, he is waiting outside.
Is this like you want me to actually hunt with him, or do you want there to be a hunt and accident situation?
That turned quick.
Clem, why would you do violence? They haven't done anything.
He's gonna look over at Sin and like raise an eyebrow. Was she born under a rock?
Well, to be honest, I can not confirm nor deny because I was still confused about it.
Sin,
Well,
you know
little
how
lady.
it's always been.
I mean, you do judge character good sometimes.
I just
Little
need
lady,
a
I
deer or
don't-
something.
But yeah, might as well just help her go take him out, especially it'll probably clear the air, keep them calm.
Take him out?
Go
Without
hunting with him,
killing
don't
him.
kill him.
Out. Well, you're the one. You're the one that's using the fucking ambiguous words.
Just go take him hunting. Go find something, kill it, bring it back so we can have dinner, okay?
And just for clarity's sake, you do not want the dinner to be him.
Clem,
Sin will whisper
Yes, ma'am.
later.
Clem, we cannot hunt or kill these men. They are on our side for now. There is no
I
reason for
definitely
violence.
can hunt, kill them. I can, and I should, but I won't.
There is no need for violence.
Yeah,
Please?
yeah.
Meanwhile, Hurst is waiting outside the gas station with his arms crossed. And he kind of looks through the window inside, and he has this expression like, "You coming or what?"
Clems is gonna shuffle outside. Why are you standing there like a little boy that just got scolded?
Because apparently we have to work together with you guys, and I don't like it. You killed one of my boys, unprovoked.
Excuse me. Your boy suffered the consequences of his own mouth.
Since when is speaking about a woman punishable by death offense?
Since it was his woman.
So they are boyfriend and girlfriend then?
I can neither confirm nor deny. I just know that you fuck with her, you're gonna catch his hands. And you're gonna end up like your buddy, kind of turned inside out.
Whatever. The boss said to play nice, so we'll play nice for now. Let's go.
All right, let's go on and get some food. Can you fix your fucking face, kid?
It took me a long time to grow this beard, and it
No, I meant
keeps me
fix that pouty ass bratty expression on your face. I feel like I'm roaming around with a gloomy ass teenager forced to do errands for his dad.
He lets out a sigh of exasperation, and he just shakes his head as he starts making his way out into the wilderness. Is there any interactions, Migo, Sin, Willow, you guys make while I before I get to Tharian and Clems and Hurst?
No, Migo is kind of just off to the side in his own little area, reciting prayer.
Sin would be helping Willow probably prep the stock.
Noted. Welcome back to Tales of the Rupture. We cut over to Aaron and the civilians. It is starting to get dark as you finally reach the outskirts of the old Polish town Kielce.
All right.
The journey is hard, but you find that moving 200 civilians, a lot of them who are sick, is very rough going. They move very slowly. I'm going to make a roll. As you arrive into the town, you are going to see many ruined buildings. Overgrowth is taken over most of the town, and there are abandoned vehicles all along the roads. There was once a university here, but it has long since been abandoned and picked clean by scavengers who come up here on occasion to bring back what functioning pre-war tech they can find for the scientific authority. I need you, Theron, first to tell me what you are going to do as the sun begins to set in the horizon.
Getting dark. They're already moving slow. I'm gonna try to see if I can convince them to set up camp. No point shuffling about in the dark, especially with 3 of them still being very sick.
There are a lot of ruined structures here that some of them are partially collapsed, but there is enough shelter here to keep most of them sheltered. The rest will have to camp out on the outside along the buildings. They don't have any food to eat,
I brought food,
but
so it's
they
perfect.
if you brought enough, there's 200 of them.
I don't think it's enough. I have like 9 days worth of rations.
Yeah, you do not have enough food to feed all of them.
I could go looking for food. I'd like to do that, yeah. Let me try to find some food around, like even if it's just some fruit or vegetables or maybe even an animal.
You are in a ruined town. You're not out in the woods, so finding food around here is going to be slightly more difficult.
Mm.
1d20 with your usual hunting modifiers, and I will make this a difficulty of 18.
Well, I don't have any hunting modifiers, so just a straight 1d20. Rats, it's right there. I got a 14. It's right there.
Most of the animals stay away from this place, and it becomes very apparent to you why. You do not find any animals, but you do find I'm going to make a roll for this.
You find an alpha mutant. Have fun.
Not
Oh,
so
chat,
fast.
Jason. Jason, you're in the. Yeah.
You notice a group of men that are dressed with red crimson robes. Each of them are carrying a lot of hardware. Refurbished AK-47 assault rifles. And underneath their red cloaks is a suit of Kevlar vests. They keep their faces obscured. It is very clear that they are maneuvering around the outskirts of this town in the direction of these civilians.
You said they're going in the direction of the civilians?
Yes, but they are sticking to the structures and they're sticking to the shrubs. They are trying to remain hidden. What do you do?
I'm gonna haul ass back to the civilians, and any that are asleep, I'm going to yell and say, "We are being hunted. There are men in the dark. Gather your things quickly. We must leave."
You immediately hear rustling, and many people among the civilians are genuinely terrified as they realize that they are about to be hunted by whatever it is. What is it? What did you see?
These men carry automatic weapons and are outfitted with strange vests. They wear crimson-colored cloaks about them.
Just as you are having this conversation, it is very slow going, getting all of these civilians back up on your feet, and I won't even make a roll for this. one thing does happen. You see as one of these 12 men walks up the street openly with his weapon at the low ready. Just the one. The others are undoubtedly hidden among the other ruined buildings, possibly forming a perimeter around your group. He approaches, and until he is about 50 yards away from you. What do you do, Tharian?
If they were going to kill us, they would have done it already. I'm pretty much the only person with some form of a weapon, and everybody else is unarmed. They wouldn't have a problem just slaughtering us outright. So it's clear to me that they want something. So I'm going to prepare for an attack, but I'm going to try to hear this man out.
As you approach, you will see as he raises a hand up once you are about 20 yards away. Greetings, a prophet of the void demands tribute. Artifacts, fruits of he who sees all. We come to collect them.
I do not know of any artifacts among this group. They are simply civilians heading north to seek shelter. I happened upon them, and I have been traveling with them for a small amount of time, tending to their sick and injured as best as I can.
Roll me 1d20 plus 4.
Arnie, d20 plus 4. That's an 8. Oh no.
As you are having this conversation, your attention immediately goes to the second level of buildings. You see the ends of AK-47s, of their AK-47s directed at the civilians. What's more disconcerting, they've already formed a perimeter around your group. There is no chance the civilians will be able to escape. We will search amongst your people, and if we do not find what we seek, my men will be on their way. The void blesses those it touches, and may the one who sees all see into your soul. He walks right past you, and the civilians are absolutely terrified at this point as they begin to see the implications of what is going down. Is there anything that you do, Tharian?
I'm going to, I'm not going to like walk behind him because I feel like the guys behind me would take that as a threat. I'm just going to slowly turn around and face the civilians and say, empty out your belongings. These men are searching for something. We should do what we can to help them. If any of you have any strange objects that you have come across as you have been traveling, hand them over now.
One of them drops what looks like a blue round gemstone. Too terrified to carry it, she lays it on the ground, and the man in the crimson robes bends down, picks it up. It's hard to, you can't see his face or read his expression, but it is very clear when he nods that he is appeased. We have acquired what we came for. He motions for his men, and you see the rifles come out from the windows, and immediately the man in the red crimson robes, there's a genuine sigh of relief amongst all of the civilians as these men depart. What do you do, Tharian?
I want to call out to the supposed leader and say, if I may ask, who are you? I've not seen your kind before.
We are agents of He who sees all. We are here to ensure that his blessings spread to the rest of the earth, or in time, through sacrifice, through tribute, may his influence spread across all the lands. We are his chosen to see it through. We need only the fruits of the distortional fields, and to offer them to the fisher. You will know that when he refers to the fisher, Tharian, he refers to the deepest part of the rupture, the very heart of where the rupture is, far to the east, where no man dare to go. No one, even the most experienced artifact hunters, have never gone in the fisher and came back alive. Very curious.
I do not know of this. I feel it true to say religion, but the green guides you. That's my way of saying, be safe, pretty much.
The man nods, and he will go on his way, along with the rest of his men. I have made a note. Is there any interactions that you make with the civilians before turning in for the night?
I'm going to help some of them try to get their belongings back into whatever bags or whatever they're using to hold all their belongings. And then I'm just gonna stay awake for a bit and kind of keep watch.
As you are staying awake, keeping watch, the civilians will eventually go to sleep. One of them will offer you to get some rest as well, as they are extremely grateful for you escorting them through town. Do you take it, or do you continue to stay up?
I'm gonna stay up. Somebody has to keep watch.
As you stay up, you begin to feel a strange sensation. You start coughing a lot. And it's not until toward the end of your watch you start to cough up and feel a warm stinging sensation. As you try to cover your cough and you look down, you realize that you start coughing blood. And that is where we will end your interactions. Clems, you
Yes,
and
Papa.
Miss Hurst will begin going out to find something to hunt. Hurst remains pretty much stoic and not really interested in conversing as you guys are out hunting. Describe to me, Clems, how you go about hunting and what you're looking for and how you do it. Spare no details, please.
So Clems is just a hunter. He knows the kind of areas that his prey likes. He knows where the deer like to be, where they like to bed down, what time of day they just take a chill. He's looking for bent grass, specific prints in the dirt. He's also looking at the vegetation because he knows what they like to eat.
Okay. I'll give you reduced difficulty for that with your usual hunting, agreed upon hunting mods. You know what? Because Hurst is helping you, I will give you an additional +2 to your mods. I believe that goes out to a 6. Roll 'em.
Fuck 10. Got it with me today.
It is very rough going. You spend better part of the late afternoon trying to find something, but it's an oddball time of the day to find any animals. And with all of the things that have been going on, it has been very tough to find anything. You find nothing. Eventually, you will notice that Hurst is attempting to set up a snare of his own. I will make a roll for him to see how well the snare he managed to make. He makes a pretty good one. Very impeccably well made. He even positions it in a place that's likely to grab animals. It becomes very clear to you that Hurst is very well versed in surviving outside. He goes about it stoically and methodically.
Good job there, son.
He looks
Maybe
up to
you aren't
you.
totally fucking useless.
Boss thinks so. Been with him for a long time. And as much as we move around from place to place, you pick up a few things along the way. Somebody's got to feed these guys.
Are you saying you're a valuable member of your team?
Boss confides in me. I look after the others. Someone has to. Patriots.
So without you, they'd be falling apart, right?
I don't know about that. Boss pretty much has a tight grip on the reins. I just assist him. I don't always agree with everything he says or does, but he is the boss.
Interesting.
Well, guess it's just flour, dried flour, and hardtack for tonight for the boys. Maybe that girl can make something stew that doesn't taste half bad. Well,
Oh, she is a fairly decent cook. In my opinion, of course.
get this job done, deal with these pilgrims, and assuming most of us don't die in the process, I'm sure we'll be sitting prettier when we get back to the city. Still not sure if the boss's cockamamie idea is gonna work. Doesn't hurt to try, does it?
The idea that your boss thinks that your 42 comrades can take out thousands of pilgrims.
Well, we had a decent plan until your friend decided to persuade the boss to get rid of the bait. I don't know what he intends to get at by being altruistic. Altruism doesn't buy you shit in the wasteland. It's a way to get you killed. He ought to know that, but he is the boss.
I'd say it's a dumb idea to begin with, because, yeah, they're going to use some ammo on those 200 poor souls. But even if they use their ammo, they can still stay up. And you guys already admitted that you do not have the ammo to take out that many pilgrims. So what the fuck is going to happen to your group when thousands of pilgrims just come rolling right over you?
Well, the way I understand, there's a lot of them and they're pretty well fixed, but they're also very methodical. They like to fight like they old armies did. They march up in a fancy line, get in columns, and then shoot. It works real well enough, but it's not much use when you have a force that could scatter out and find suitable positions of cover. You force them to waste their ammo, get a unit around to flank them from the sides or even from behind, force them to scatter and rout, and you could pick them off pretty easily. Of course, I'm not sure what we're gonna do when we get to their camp. If they got pre-war weapons, they probably have more hardware where they're camped out. I'd say we'd have to scout it out and figure out what they have.
They had weird things. I was there.
First, tilts his head and he kind of raises an eyebrow to express some interest. What can you tell us about it?
They got these, I don't know what the fuck they're called. See, I just got my 2 guns, but they're things that stand up, and I assume they explode outwards. I'm not quite sure.
I'm gonna make a 1d20 roll for Hurst. He's only gonna get a +2 for this because this is a pretty rare piece of hardware that you're trying to describe, and you are kind of ambiguous about what it is. Interesting. He kind of takes a step back. You're saying they have mortars. Genuine pre-war mortars.
I don't know what the fuck that word means.
They're big tubes that go up in a diagonal line and they shoot explosives.
Yeah, you also know that they're almost totally blind in the dark, right?
Well, can't imagine they can see. I don't know how they see worth a dime wearing those big helmets, much less in the dark.
No, I mean legitimately only about 1 in 5 can actually see as soon as the sun goes in. So your group could probably get a good sneak on them at night.
It's not a bad idea.
Of course, don't mean beans in Boston if boss man don't listen to you, huh?
What are you driving at? You trying to say that I need to take a direct approach and try to get the boss man to listen? He's a lot smarter than I am. I just follow orders.
I'm saying it wouldn't hurt if your boss man showed you a little bit of respect and consideration, considering you do so much shit for him. But that's just my opinion. It's not like I am an old man who has lived to a ripe old age or anything like that.
Well, you know what they say, fear the old man in a profession where young men die.
Yeah, yeah.
Why are you helping us? Honestly. I mean, I know got off to a wrong start, but you just really hard to trust you guys. One minute you kill one of my guys, and next you're offering to help us. What's the score?
Are we being honest here, son, or are you just fucking?
I'm being honest. I have no reason to lie to you.
What the
Look,
fuck do you think your cocky ass boss would have done if we had flat out refused to assist him? He probably would have swept on us up at night and killed us.
wouldn't put it past him.
Honestly, I don't know how you can work for a man that was going to use a couple hundred innocent lives as bait.
I work for him because all we have is each other. See, we're part of the nomadic group. 300 years ago, we came to this country to assist and fix all the things that the Eastern Axis powers were destroying. We had some combat know-how and we had a whole bunch of tools and technical smarts to fix stuff. Then the rupture happened and we got stuck here. The remnants of the Polish army and the didn't want us. We were not welcome anywhere else, so we had to migrate around 300 years later, and this is all that's left of us. Burnham, he's an asshole, sure, but he's smart and he knows how to get things done, even though his methods are crude. But this is the wastelands. You of all people ought to know just as well as any that sometimes you have to do bad things to survive.
I also know that sometimes those bad things get you killed.
Oh,
But I don't see nothing stopping you from going and finding a woman and having a life. You don't look like you're connected to him.
I don't know. I mean, where would I go? Stay in Krakow and work an honest job?
Why do you
What about
say
the
that
rest of
with
you
a
boys?
sneer in your voice?
Yeah. I'm not all that great when it comes to doing menial work. I know how to use a gun, I know how to fix things, and I know how to scavenge and hunt when necessary.
Then
But
guard a fucking caravan. Escort people around.
roll me a 1d20 plus 4. This is not a failure success roll. This is a degree of that roll.
13. Oh, like shit. Hold on, I gotta go purge.
As you are having this discussion with Hurst, he starts to open up a little bit more about who they are and his history with this band. You get the feeling that you've developed some rapport with Hurst, at least. You begin to realize as well that he doesn't entirely agree with Barnum's methods. You come to realize that Barnum is a man that almost finds pleasure in what he does, and Hurst doesn't entirely agree with it. But Hurst would argue that for a man like Barnum, who has survived and led a group of men like this for so long, it came to a point where he had to find a way to cope with the messed up situation of the world that they are in. And he's developed almost a statistic outlook on things. But he hides it behind a friendly, outgoing demeanor, which is a very careful mask that he wears. The hunting is unsuccessful for tonight, and you guys will eventually return back to the gas station. Meanwhile, we cut over to Willow and Sin. You guys are prepping the stew for all of the men. Very important question to you, Willow. How many rations do you use out of Savaticor's reserves?
Probably only 10.
I have made a note. All right. Clems will eventually return, and so will Burnham. But before they do, Hurst will approach you, Clems, and he'd be like, "You know what, old man? You're not half bad. Whatever happens moving forward, I just want you to know that I hope this works out. I'm sure the boss will have a plan. Good luck to you."
And I'm sure that plan won't involve killing somebody innocent for his own benefit, but we're just splitting hairs here now, aren't we?
He just chuckles to himself and gestures with his hand as he's going to make his way back to the rest of the men. Now then, Sin, or Willow, you will notice that Clems comes back empty-handed from the hunt.
Taking it, it's not hunting season, is it?
No, I just found a fucking invisible deer and it's out there on the ground somewhere.
No need to be sassy.
It's kind of a
As
mean
old
way
as
of saying
I-
you're a poor hunter.
I was with a grade A powder. And somebody, he's gonna look at Sid and he's gonna look at Willow. Tired dog out. Otherwise I could have had him sniff something up.
What do you mean? Dog's over there. She's pointing at Dog, who's coming back through the door.
Very characteristic of Dog. He will have the same rubber ball that he found earlier, and he will lay it down in front of him, and he'll look at all of you expectantly.
Where the fuck did you get that?
Just continues panting with the mouth open as if he's ready to play. He found this ball earlier when you sent him out to go sense to see if there was any danger. Apparently, Dog is in a very playful mood today.
Maybe if you played with your puppy more, maybe he would be more inclined to play and find you things. She's gonna give like a little chuckle as she turns around. I'm sorry, Dog. I gotta make dinner first and then we can play.
You're ruining my dog. He's a working animal.
Dog kind of tilts his head and whimpers slightly when Willow says that.
Everyone deserves a break.
Migo is going to silently get up and go rummage through the garage for just a short length of rope. And he's going to tie knots at both ends. And I'm going to, without saying a word to anyone else, I'm going to approach Dog, get down on my knees, and hold out the other end of the rope.
This is the best day in Dog's life.
Oh yeah. Dog immediately gets feeling and gets the hint and will immediately gnaw on the rope, and he will attempt to pull it again, playing tug of war with you. But I'm not even gonna make you roll for it, Migo, because you're big. You're a big guy. You're strong. You could practically rip out his jaw if you tried too hard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just casually sitting there letting Dog just go absolutely apeshit with it.
I
This
may
is
have to
all-
escort you to and from these fucking pilgrims. I don't gotta stand here and watch as your religious ass undermines my authority. He's just gonna stomp away.
So, Willow, you don't have any meat to put in the stew. You've taken 10 days worth of rations. I will go ahead and make this roll of 1d20 plus 2 Okay.
Oh, this wasn't for no, this was not
Okay.
for your role. This was for other.
Duly noted. 1d20 plus 2. Difficulty for this will be a 15.
Fuck. 9.
Devil's bargain. Devil's bargain.
Uh-huh.
You managed to thin the stew out to feed everyone, but I will make a 1d20 roll, and that number of Burnham's men will become sick with potential dysentery. Option 2. The stew will be thinned out. It will taste awful. And you will lose an additional point of trust with all of Burnham's men, and they will not want to eat anything else that you cook. Choose to fail, and you will only be able to roll 2d12, and that outcome of that roll will be how many people you will be able to feed. Make your choice.
Would I be able to make other things to go with this stew?
It will still not change the outcome.
Okay. I'll choose to fail.
2d12s, please.
$13.
You have enough stew to feed 13 everyone, including members of your own party. So, what do you do?
Willow's going to hand one to everyone in my party, and then she is going to give up her ration of stew to someone of Barman's people. She will go without food for tonight.
I think the fuck
Like
not.
hell no.
Migo is going to split his in half and give half to
Interesting.
Willow.
No, Sin was. I was gonna have Sin just make her a meal.
You know what, young lady? You can take mine. I'm actually not hungry. I failed. I failed to hunt, and I don't feel like I deserve this delicious stew.
Such altruism amongst such a grim, dark background. It all touches my heart. If that wasn't me trying to throw bad things at you, Wade, I'd almost be proud.
I will fight the person who doesn't allow me to feed the saint.
As soon as
You can have your
Don't
whole
worry.
Good luck.
bowl,
As
little
soon
lady.
as-
Just take the whole bowl.
As soon as Sin sees Willow not set a bowl down for herself, she's gonna immediately get up and take one of her rations and cook something up for her. She knows what she's
Alright.
going to do.
All too well.
Very well. I won't even make you roll for that, Sin. Barnum will eventually approach. Anyways, they're doing this. Anyway.
I'm sorry, Burnham. Looks
Well,
like the hunt failed.
Hurst told me all about it. Well, you did the best you could, and that's all you can do. But, we appreciate it nonetheless. A lot of the guys are still pretty salty about your boyfriend killing one of the guys, but this is a good start. We're gonna get some rest tonight.
She's
Say
like
what?
gonna look very confused. Like, what even is like in her own head, like, what is a boyfriend? Like a friend that is a boy?
Oh, that is adorable. So, I would get into more detail about it, but
No, you won't.
it seems to me that. Are you with them, Clems?
I'm assuming so. I mean, if Sin's there, Clem is there, in the least creepy way possible. I promise you, even it's not creepy. I promise.
Burnham just kind of gets a laugh out of it. It's like, oh, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I was a little presumptuous about your relationship. Let's just say that, if he feels as strongly about you and you feel as strongly as about him, a lot of interesting things are in store for the two of you.
She's
We're gonna
still
get some
looking
rest.
extremely confused. Huh?
I won't spoil the good parts. I'm sure when you come into that and find your own womanhood, come to learn. Now then, we're gonna get some rest for the night. Tomorrow morning, we need to talk more in length about what our plan's gonna be. See,
I'm sorry, did you just say womanhood? And he's gonna raise his voice a little bit louder. You're
well, what
talking
else do you
about
want me to
this
call it?
young lady's womanhood.
Clem, you know that he didn't mean it that way.
Migo is going to lean around the gas dispenser and just have a look of such like immense ire.
I'm just saying this young man has the sense and the laugh of a syphilitic donkey.
Well, what else do you call it? I'm just being honest. If being honest is a crime, then I guess I'm guilty as charged. No matter. We have a lot more important things to discuss. But we'll do it tomorrow morning.
I'm
As we
beginning to
got rid
see
of our
why
bait.
others. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Since we don't have our bait anymore, we're gonna have to figure out some way we're gonna put a dent in the Pilgrims. I've been thinking about it with several of my other men. Pilgrims undoubtedly have patrols around this place. We can just figure out their appropriate patrol routes, get the jump on them, maybe get one of them alive, figure out where they're holed up at. Clem, you do notice as he's having this conversation something very peculiar. You told Hurst that you knew where the Pilgrims camp are, or the Pilgrims camp is. But Burnham doesn't seem to know about it. It can only mean one thing. Hurst has not told him everything.
Good boy, Hurst. Boy. You,
Well,
you know I was captured by him for a few days, right?
well, really? You captured by those rough characters and somehow came
Yeah.
back alive?
Oh yeah, learned some things about him. Some
Well, don't
real
keep us on
interesting
tenterhooks.
things. Oh, you want my
Don't keep
information?
us naturally.
What do I get out of this?
Well, a lot of things. We are working together for the same thing, and otherwise, you don't tell me I can't plan, we can't take action, and you guys are going to have to make good with information on your own. That wouldn't be very efficient, I'd say. If you were smart, you'd tell us, we'd come up with a plan together, and then we would tackle the Pilgrims. That's
And
what I
if
would
you
do
were a
if
smart
I
young
was.
man, you would have some more respect in your voice when you're speaking to your elders. I'm real tired of these young men, Malch. There you go, laughing like a donkey with syphilis again. I'm starting to understand why it's just you and a bunch of dudes.
Willow is going to just give Clem just one of those really taps. Clem! That's me.
Why are you hitting me?
Oh my goodness,
Well,
it was
look
a
at him.
tap.
To be honest, Clem,
That was
you
an act of violence.
are kind of being an ass right now.
If I have lived this old and I can't be an ass when I want to be an ass, then what is the point of living this long?
Although warranted,
Maybe
Look
that's-
at him.
can we go
Do
get
you hear the way he sounds?
fair? Can we go have dinner and think of how we should deal with the pilgrims tomorrow?
I tell you what,
You're
old
hangry,
man,
Clem.
think about the offer, and we'll talk about it tomorrow morning. You're tired. You need something to eat. You need rest, old man. I can't blame you. So after you're well rested and fed, we can wake up tomorrow morning and discuss the plans in more length. You guys have a great evening, okay?
Did this young motherfucker just try to send me to bed?
Please apologize to your men who did not get fed. I'm sorry.
I'll be all right. I always keep plenty of hardtack water to soften it up a bit. Just don't expect keep too many teeth after eating it for so long. Just ask just ask one of my other men. Just ask Oren over here, right? Oren, you see one of his men that kind of smiled back, and most of his teeth are completely gone. Years of eating hardtack apparently take a toll on your dental hygiene.
That cannot be good for anyone.
My earbud died.
All right. Burnham will turn in, and his men will turn in for the night. They will be at least 4 of them on rotation, keeping watch, which means that you guys won't have to take watch if you don't want to. They will not take any action to go inside of the gas station, as they'll bivouac outside, as they're accustomed to doing. Are there any interactions that you guys make before evening falls?
Clems is packing a bag. He's checking all his supplies. He is not settling down like he normally does to read Dog a story.
Paranoid. Well, paranoia does keep you alive in this world.
Oh no, he's getting ready to leave. He's gonna go on a little adventure.
Oh, interesting. Before we get to that, I want to give everyone else in the party a chance. Migo, Sin, Willow. Are there any interactions that you guys make before you turn in for the night?
Nope.
Willow will.
Go ahead.
I have like so many spots I want to hit.
What's our boyfriend?
No. Nope, that's not one of them. She will go over to Migo, funny enough. Migo?
Yes, my saint.
Thank you for everything that you've done so far.
Your thanks is not necessary.
Well, regardless, I appreciate it. And then she's just gonna like start walking away. She's going over to Dog.
Dog is getting
Interesting.
geared up.
Where are you guys planning to go? Are you leaving?
I gotta do something.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take care of a wee little rock with a big mouth and a dumb laugh.
You're not planning to do anything to them, right?
I was not planning on raising a hand again. Just know me.
Clem, are you hiding something?
Like
Is there a 1d20 roll that I can roll to figure out what Clem's planning to do?
Yeah,
Good
sure.
old-fashioned sus check.
Sure. I'll call it. I'm gonna make it a straight 1d20, and I will make it contested between you and both of you roll.
Beat Nate.
13.
No, shit.
Nothing. Everything is fine.
You got the wrong
I'm
person
just
asking him.
Dog?
Dog just kind of like whimpers slightly and tilts his head as he looks up to you.
Where are you planning to go, bud? You're not leaving after all this time, are you?
He assumes a sitting position, tilts his head, and just continues to whimper.
Yeah, just keep on whining. You'll be fine once we get out that fucking woods. Why are you still standing here, young lady?
I don't know, it's almost like in the middle of the night that someone would leave. Abruptly, of all things, packing. Seems odd, but I'm not gonna stop you. I hope that everything goes well.
Yeah, just I'll be back. Just gotta, don't worry about it. I'll be back.
Okay.
As
She's just gonna give like a scruff for Dog, and then turn around and
Young lady,
start
before you
going
leave.
towards them.
Young
Yes?
lady, before you leave, you understand that they're not out of bait, right?
I have a stinky suspicion that they aren't.
And that if they're willing to use a bunch of innocent people as bait, that they're not gonna flinch much for just a handful of regular people.
I'm well aware. I may seem a little dense, but
A little.
I'm not a complete idiot.
Could have fooled me. But you know, though, you pretty ones don't gotta be smart.
I'm hoping that the meeting goes well. I'm hoping to help to the best of my abilities.
I'm hoping if you hear something, you know to get the fuck out of here.
Do you think that I don't have a plan, Clam? You would think that you would know me a little bit better, Clem.
Quite frankly, I am not counting on your ability to plan. Not because I think you're stupid, but because you are young.
Guess there's only one way to find out. She'll give like a slight chuckle.
Are you hoping that my curiosity for the sanctitude of your plan will keep me from doing my thing?
I don't know what your plan is, so I don't know whether or not it's going to have an issue with my plan.
He's gonna look around him to see if anybody else is nearby.
No, just the two
Nobody's
of you.
within. Yeah, each. Okay. He's gonna scoot a little bit closer and like grab her by her arm to bring her even closer. I'm gonna backtrack to the Pilgrim camp. Okay. You with me so far?
Yes.
Because when I was at that Pilgrim camp, I led him to believe that I'm just a crazy old man. And then a couple of geniuses thought that it might be a good idea to have me be a spy. So I'm gonna tell them where this here lot is, and hopefully we can squish down this group and reduce the Pilgrim number at the same time.
Oh, well, if you're going to be going there... Wait, hang on. Let me go grab something for you. She is going over to the mushrooms that probably say highly toxic right above them. I would like
Okay.
to make a find paste and put into
Okay.
a vial.
1d20 with your agreed upon herbalist modifiers.
Oh my fucking god, 11?
Managed to make 1 unit of this stuff.
That works. That's good enough. She's gonna hand the vial to him.
What's this for?
I highly don't suggest to take this for yourself, but if you were to coat it on the inside of a stomach, it would probably make a lot of people very, very sick. But also in case you get in trouble. She's also going to rummage into her bag and pull out a little bag of itching powder. And in case you get in trouble, if you blow this into someone's face, it may cause them some breathing issues. Or you can throw it on people and it may become extremely itchy. It also tends to spark if used correctly. To how you want to use these 2 items, you are welcome to do what you would like.
Well, thank you kindly, Miss. And he's just gonna be grabbing. He sees this sign for toxic mushrooms, and he's just grabbing fistfuls of those and just stuffing them in his pockets.
Alright. As you get ready to leave, I will require a check if you want to sneak out and not let one of Burnham's men see you sneaking out.
Oh, absolutely not. He's looking for what's that dude's name?
First,
Hurst. He's specifically looking for Hurst. Where's that boy Hurst at? Where's your boy Hurst?
he's sleeping. Got a long day tomorrow, apparently. Want to wake him up?
Yeah, I'll wake him. Where is he at?
I motion for you to his cot, which is situated amongst a row of his other men. He wakes up with a slight grunt. Ugh, hey, old man. What do you need?
We're going hunting again.
Huh? His men all look at him, confused. It's in the middle of the night. Why are we hunting in the night?
Deer or bears? Might even be a couple more out.
I got this, guys. First, you sure? I got this. Just be careful. Just don't blame me if you don't get enough sleep. You'll be fine. He motions for his men, his watch, to disregard. They kind of eye both of you. And I'm going to make a roll to see if Burnham notices. You guys make your way out of camp. You get far enough away that you're out of earshot and eyesight of Burnham's men. First will eventually address you. Okay, well, why are we here? Why are you waking me up in the middle of the night to hunt? You knew I already had a snare in place and I could have checked the snare the next morning. What's this really about, old man?
But I'm gonna give you a chance. That being something other than a pond.
I'm touched, but still not entirely sure what the point is. Where are we going?
We're just gonna go for a walk. Just gonna go for a walk.
As you guys continue, are you heading to where I think that you're heading?
Yeah.
It is very low visibility at night. Hurst will not light any light sources as he's genuinely afraid that the pilgrims might notice. So visibility is really, really dark. But you guys continue to make your way southwest towards, I think that you're headed. I need you to make me one perception check with your agreed upon perception modifier.
Oh, I hate that phrase, Jason. Fucking 8.
You don't.
Damn.
You keep going in the general direction, but it's Hurst that notices first. The light further to the west, away from the path that you were headed. He motions for you and grabs the back of your shirt and motions for you to get down into the tall grass. And he points of the west. What you see, Clem, after he points it out. The pilgrims, 50 of them, are already on the move towards your position at the gas station. And that is where we are going to leave off for tonight.